vibes. I wanna keep it as ours. All that I see is a lie. We got a fit. That's a drip. She in my wrist. That's a freezer. Give me a sip.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the... We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. A new era begins here in Indy as the Jags and Colts are underway to begin the new season. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Another tote for Etienne. And Etienne going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So this, a great matchup here in Indy. You get a divisional game right out of the gate. But Charles, what do you see in store for these two teams in 2023?
Indianapolis trying to get themselves reestablished as a playoff team, but they've kind of hit the reset button a little bit. While Jacksonville, coming off of a big finish in 2022, they believe they're the team to beat in the AFC South.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. At their own 20-yard line. They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards. That's first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation. A top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he...
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he throws it in for the Colts touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to their close.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move,
I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double zero, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Second down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 6. They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Come on, set! Hustle, hustle, hustle!
Richardson on the bootleg here. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Colts 7, Jaguars 0.
Ready! Cougar 19!
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler! Hey, check that. Trap 60, trap 60! Go!
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Right side complete. That's Woods. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. Brings up 4th down and goal.
Street!
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Dirty left. Think right.
Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
First down, Jaguars.
ETN up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
All right, let's go.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple.
Take right open.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll run with ETN. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. ETN will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things have not been going their way, but they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score, Colts 14, Jaguars 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
To throw is Richardson. Throwing on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's 2nd and 10. 2nd down. Here's Richardson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Richardson looking to throw this. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's got his target. It's caught for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Play action. Now Richardson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Indy. 61 yards. Richardson to the air on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Go, let's go.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 9.
30 left.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. So after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Or they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84, and on the board Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through."
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
It's great seeing that type of run from ETN. And look, I know we couldn't consider him for Rookie of the Year last year, but it really was his rookie season since an injury.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They go play action now. Lawrence. This ball caught by Strange. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 18. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jones breaking from the contact. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Lets one go downfield for Pierce.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Ready.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hawk 70, Hawk 18, 5 years. 70 Rangers, 65 Cats, 65 Cats. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready.
Richardson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Andrew Wingard able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And, oh, here's a flag down. Boy, it's tight enough back there now. This will need to come out even quicker. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Agnew now to return. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll look to Etienne to start things out. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On play action, Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Lawrence. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Richardson to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Colts 28, Jaguars 14. Logan Cook, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. McManus now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Jaguars 21.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Got it. Ready?
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Cougar 19. Ready?
Now Richardson. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, there you go. Said your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
72 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. Touchdown, Colts! Josh Downs. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This is first and 10.
11.
On first down, Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They go play action with Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 134 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Tap the 60.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 49 yards. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Take right open.
It's a throw again is Lawrence. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Colts are going to win the football game. They show run with three tight ends here on first down. Richardson looking to throw. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Jags are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That one down the field for Strange. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot now for Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Indianapolis, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.